Welcome to Whachacha's Tabletop World, channel devoted to the love of board gaming. My name is Sweetness Whachacha, and today is the first of three sort of linked playthroughs we're going to be doing for Marvel Champions. Okay, so we're going to be doing this little unofficial challenge here. It's a little bit of a gauntlet. I've been playing these decks quite a bit. I tend to build 4 or 5 to 6 decks, and I will just run them quite a lot, right? And I guess probably more like 4. I do generally do 1 per aspect. And so I'm doing a Daring Lime deck, which is Unleash the Phoenix, I believe it's called, which is with Jean Grey and Aggression. I'm going to just quickly look. Yeah, Unleash the Phoenix. I don't always remember the names, although the names are usually pretty clever. Just taking advantage of Scimitar and some of the other psionic cards and things like that, and then of course the very powerful X-Men supports that are out there. And I'm going to be going against the Risky Business scenarios, the first one. Now that one is generally considered to be pretty easy, so just to toughen it up a little bit and make it a little more interesting, I've added the Sinister Six, which are some really potent villains, minions, excuse me. And then I've also put in Expert 2, which is pretty punishing as well. So that's going to be the first scenario. Then we're going to be playing the same deck versus Green Goblin again, this time Green Goblin proper. We're going to be using that with Standard 3. And then we're going to come back and play Kang, who's going to be just on a normal Expert, but with the Anachronauts minion set in there. And they're pretty tough, so hopefully that provides a pretty good challenge and to show what this deck can do. I really do like it. Daring Lime did a great job in building it or designing it. Okay, so just before we get started, I always like to do a little chit chat. I love this character. Very, very fun to play. A lot of interesting choices. I'm a real big fan of the X-Men, always was as a kid. And I'm using these Buy the Same Token tokens, which are really, really good. And, you know, just as a FYI, you can get a little discount on them if you mention Nelson's channel, Nelson All Over the Cards, who's got a great channel, much more knowledgeable about the game than I am. Maybe not about the comics, but about the game itself. Okay, so having a little tea. This one is ASSAM, Assam. Nice little black tea. Also has a little bit of a naughty. I can either do a clean one and clean joke and be like, that's awesome, or be a little naughtier since it has a naughty word in there. Very childish sense of humor I have, as well as my wife, which works out pretty well for us sometimes. Okay, so this is kind of just, like I said, this is a fun little challenge. I like kind of getting good at these decks and then running them over and over again. I feel like when you first try a hero or you first try a deck, you're generally not, getting the best out of it. I know some of the decks I often pick as popular decks to play. The second and third challenges, I'm going to be using Ironheart and a Leadership Ironheart build, a really powerful deck. And the second one is going to be War Machine with a Float Like a Butterfly. Just to try some different stuff. And it does give you something to play through the same deck a bunch. You get to understand the intricacies of the cards and get to play a little bit better. So hopefully, now that I've said that, hopefully I won't make any big flubs. Okay. So let's go down to the table, and I wanted to show off real fast the couple of these cards. So like the Expert 2 set is really tough, exhausting your identity, 2 damage, and then it surges. But like these guys, the Sinister Six, or Sinister Assault, excuse me, very, very powerful. They have Villainous, so that's always very, very difficult. And they have all these effects like discarding supports and things like that, which mirror their counterpart in the Sinister Six scenario. So those guys are in there, very, very tough. And as minions, but there's these the Expert 2 is quite difficult. Cruel Intentions, not that hard in solo, but yeah, some really tough stuff there. This scenario is generally, as I said, considered to be a bit easier because you can build up. You don't have to worry about those attacks and things, but flipping him and having like those Expert 2 cards in there are very difficult, and those, bigger villains to come in. I hope it'll make the game a little more interesting. I do really like the theme and enjoy playing this scenario, although it does allow you to build up a little better, which is kind of the the way you win the game, of course. You're trying to build and you're taking the attacks and things like that. And that's mostly what you're saved from, although some of the encounter cards will add, counters to the criminal enterprise and things like that. So, there's a little bit of a softball there too. But there's a general deck taking advantage of the powerful X-Men allies, a lot of the psionic cards, as well as, Scimitar, as I mentioned. You got the Cerebro, which is great for her. So there's a lot of good stuff in there. It's just a fun deck to play. I'm not going to go through a ton of it. You're going to see it in action, I suppose. Okay, so here we go. We've got 4 counters on the Phoenix Force. My hit points all set, and we're ready to draw. Should read this. I really like the theme of this as well. Hostile takeover. It's got kind of a cool little theme that he's trying to take over Stark Industries. Norman Osborn, very naughty. So it's kind of cool to see that. And I do really like that he flips back and forth between, this crazy crazed green goblin or the very shrewd business person, Norman Osborn. So I really do like that. Okay, so we've got Hostile takeover. Put criminal enterprise into play. Shuffle the encounter deck. Advance to stage 1B. We flip over. Norman Osborn holds a board meeting plotting to take over a branch of Stark Industries. Okay, so we start with this. We definitely don't want this to advance because when it does, we are going to get a hazard symbol that never goes away. So we got to be careful there. Okay, and every time we move him, he's going to be smacking us pretty hard for 4 damage, indirect first, and then just straight damage, which is, not great. You want to try to knock him out in one go for the stage 2, and then when he has to flip back, you're going to have to deal that you're going to have to take that damage each time. So there's some supports and things that I like to see when those come up. She doesn't have a lot of toughness. She doesn't have any toughness, but I do have the telekinetic shield. I do have the from the ashes, and those can kind of save me. So I like to see that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, let's see what we got. Beak, very powerful, but not really that great right now. Okay, I've got a ton of resources. And I've got superpower training, which is great to see early while I have a high thwarting. So I think what I might do, I hate to lose Beak because he's so good. Although, but he's not great now. I wonder if I could use Beak to play this. I could play Nick Fury and then draw 3 cards. That's a pretty powerful start. And then I can have this to play. Yeah, I think I'm actually going to keep this hand because of that alone. Okay, so we're going to flip up. And we're going to put 2 doubles to play Nick Fury. That's a pretty solid opening hand. 1, 2, 3 cards. We're going to trigger his response. The only dangerous thing is playing him if you have Utopia out. Okay, another great building piece. Ooh, look at that. Okay, so this seems like a no-brainer. Power of the Mind to play Scimitar. So let's do this. Now this is a little more of a difficult choice because I want to get Utopia out. That would be 2. I guess I could do this and then this to do this. Yeah, I think that's the best choice. Okay, so we're going to put Utopia out, lose out on 2 really good allies. We're going to spend 1 from the Phoenix Force. I like to put my exhaustion cube on here just to show that that it's been used because it's probably easy to forget that, or I always tend to think it's easy to forget it. All right, and then I'm going, I don't know why I did all that, so I'm going to do this, get rid of this. This is going to go to the victory display, and I'm going to go looking for From the Ashes, I think. That's 3 to play. I also really like Telekinetic Shield, but he's not switched yet, and that's saving me 1 resource. So we're just going to tuck it up here behind. She gets a lot of little supports and things. Yeah, okay. And then actually I can use Nick Fury to knock out that instead. I am going to lose out on his block, but that's okay. Okay, so I think that was a pretty strong opening round, actually. Pretty nice. Here's my hand. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, I love to see Cerebro, although I can't really flip down while he's Norman Osborn because he will really push through. Okay, we're going to get 1 of these and 2 of these. Oh, I didn't mention this actually, but I built this little thing. I have a whole video where I explain how I built this to save myself like I don't know, a couple $100 on the official one, but kind of keeps things nice and tidy, that's for sure. Okay, so he's going to get 2 of these instead of attacking, and then here's my encounter card. It's going to be Osborne Manufacturing. When he's Norman Osborn, we're going to add an extra threat. So, bit of a softball. Bit of a softball. Okay, especially since I can just do this, and that is gone. I didn't even put my little +1 token. Okay. All right. I do like the idea of playing Professor X, but I guess if I did this, I could play Professor X, and then I could play Cerebro, because that'll knock 4 off, and I'm really not ready to. Oh, sorry. Really not ready to get rid of Nick Fury. I'm really not ready to. Playing Professor X gives me a confuse here, which I should also mention. I cannot find my card that states for Expert 2 that the villain gains steady. So I'm not playing with that, but I am playing with the rule that I have to give him that. I cannot find that card anywhere. It's a bit tricky. Okay, so we're gonna play him, and we're gonna confuse Norman, and then we're gonna play, and then this. We'll use Utopia when he comes into Ready Phoenix, which is a bit crazy because I can't really do too much here. This is also kind of a wasted round in a way. And then we're going to use this to play Cerebro. I mean, we're still doing great because we're getting a real softball here. So I guess we'll do this to get rid of that. Now, the interesting part is I could actually... Could I? Well, he's psionic, so yeah, I could actually... When I played him, I could have reacted with Scimitar to knock 2 off of here. I like that. And then I've got 1, so I can actually bump this down to 1. Okay, I mean, that's the best I'm really going to be able to do. I mean, getting built up pretty well. Again, that's the weakness of the scenario. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, I really like to see Wolverine. Psylocke would be nice, too, to protect me when if I want to flip down. But I think we're in pretty good shape. Okay, here's 1 here. This is going to go up to 3. And we're going to get our encounter card. Villain Schemes. Okay, so that's not great because that is going to be a permanent hazard icon. Okay, this says add 2 or add 1 counter. So that's going to go up to 4. And it's going to be just 2. So that was fortunate. A little scary. Okay, Professor X is going to leave. And really like the idea of getting Wolverine on the table. However, Psylocke is pretty good too since I could flip down, but there's really no reason to flip down. All right, firstly, I know I want to do this, so let's clear that off. I could leave, actually I could also play Psychic Assault, bring this down to 1, give him the Confuse and flip down. But the allies I would grab really, you know, I mean, I already have in my hand, right? Okay, so I think, yeah, let's do 1, 2, 3, 4. We're getting pretty close to flipping with Phoenix Force. 4. And that's going to bring Wolverine out. He's great for Dark Phoenix. In fact, this, I didn't point this out, but also Seek and Destroy. There's a couple different ways to bring out Dark Phoenix in this, which playing with Expert 2 actually makes it a little more difficult. A little more interesting. Okay, so that's going to ready up Phoenix. We're going to do a damage here. I don't really like to put damage on him unless I really need to, and I'm really not ready to do much else. So we'll hang on to Psylocke. Maybe we'll toss her. We'll see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. A lot of good cards there. I'm probably going to want to play X-Jet. This is good for when we do get him flipped. Almost too good. Almost too good on the cards there. Okay. This is going to go up to 1. This is going to go to 5. And here's my encounter card. When revealed, Norman Osborn. Discard the top card of your deck for each infamy counter. Okay, that's 5. Well, that's not great. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I hate missing my cards. but nothing too brutal. Okay, again, most of those are little softballs. Okay, so is it time to flip and just start knocking him? I think it is. So let's identify what we do. I could still build a little bit, get the X-Jet, and then build telekinetic shield. I mean, if I flip him, I really want to keep the telekinetic attack. But I could just do 3, 6. When I do the shield, that's 8. I can do 8 damage to him. Oh, but I have to get rid of this first. So maybe attack him next round. Yeah, we're going to flip anyway, though. We're going to get ready here. So we're going to pop the telekinetic shield. That's going to allow me to use Scimitar. Bring this down to 3. And then... Oh, I did that out of order. Sorry, I should have played this first. I should have played this first and then used its resource. So that's 1, 2, 3. Same difference. I just did that in the wrong order. And this doesn't matter. Having hit that doesn't matter. Okay, so I'm in pretty good shape. We can actually move these out because I can take an attack and I can essentially be killed. But I don't think I'm ready to... So I can only do 3 damage to him. Yeah, let's just do it. Let's live dangerously. I, too, like to live dangerously. All right, so that's 3. It's going to flip. It's going to deal 4 damage, which I'll take, and then she'll do the 3 here. So we put a little bit of damage on him. I know I did that a little quickly, so I apologize for that. But sometimes I think quickly. Okay, so probably not the ideal way to do it, especially if you get a Sinister 6 minion. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Probably looking at doing 2 psychic assaults, actually. Yeah, sorry, I forgot to flip him. Boy, I did that way too fast. He should have flipped, dealt 4 damage to me. That's the problem with playing this a lot, is I kind of move very quickly. Okay, so I went a little out of order there, and I do apologize for that. I played the X-Jet. I played that a little bit weird, but I had enough resources to do that, and so I just did it in a little bit of a weird order. I dealt the 2, and then I knocked him out, took the 4 damage. Okay, so I did everything right, and I will try to not do that again in the next phase. So I believe I can do 1, 2, do Psychic Assault twice. That'll be 6 damage, 8 with Scimitar, and then 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. I think I'll be 1 shy, unfortunately. That's a bit of a bummer. I could also do this. All right, got some options. We'll take a look. Okay, so he is going to, this is going to go to 1. He's going to attack. I'm going to let him through since I have my telekinetic shield. Okay, it's 5 exactly. Which is going to knock out my shield, and then here's my card. This is going to be payoff, which I really like quite a bit. It's like bribing. It's bringing out extra threats. A little bribe, now that's a problem you have to deal with. I love the subtleties in the theming there. Okay, I definitely have to get rid of that. So what are we going to do here? Now I might not do what I just said I was going to do. I really like to get damage on him so I don't have to flip him excessively. I'm definitely going to do this for sure. We're going to deal 3 damage here, so it's going to bring down to 12. I know I want to do that. I do need to take care of that. I guess, could I do it this way instead? 2 and 2, yeah, okay. All right, so we're going to do telepathic trickery. Remove 4 threat from a scheme. If you have the unleashed trait, stun and confused an enemy. You know what actually I'm going to do? Back up again. Let's do 2 to play Sunfire. Okay, I'm not going to use his response because there's nothing to do with it, right? Then, and I'm going to do this because I want a chump blocker, but also he can deal attack, and I'm kind of wasting part of my attack, or part of this price of this card by using the stun, which I won't, or the confuse, excuse me, which I won't need. Okay, so I played him, and then I'm going to play the back it up. Before I do that, I'm going to attack for 3 to bring this to 9, so that when I play Sunfire, I can use Utopia. Perfect. Okay. Then I'm going to do X-Jet and Psychic Assault to pay Telepathic Trickery, which is going to remove 4 threat from a scheme. Going to knock that out. And then if I have the Unleash trait, it's going to stun and confuse an enemy. So we're going to get a stun and confuse. So we've got 2 stuns, or confuse, excuse me. And then I'm going to be able to trigger Scimitar, which is going to go to 2 damage. Okay. Then I'm going to be able to do 2 more. And we'll make that 5 more. So he's going to be down to 2, which is a bit of a bummer because I would have liked to have hit him, liked to have been able to do a little more. Because if he flips from State of Magus, that's not going to make me happy. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Marrow, that would have done it right there. Forge would be great to bring in nothing. I have all my support, so he's not very great. Okay. I'm going to leave that alone. I'm not going to think about it too much to see what this brings. Next turn brings. Ready. Okay, so here's 1 on here. And then he's going to attack. I'm going to block with Sunfire. Wow, 1, 2, 3, 4. That's 8 damage. Sunfire is truly dead. And now we have the villain attacks you. Now we have a little choice to make. I definitely don't want to lose Wolverine because I really like him for Dark Phoenix. For taking up that tough. I don't really want to burn through my From the Ashes now. So he's got 4. Mostly, I don't think there's any other 4s in there, so that would be 7. If I block and I get a 3, then I'm dead anyway. Although I can use this. So there's a chance that I will be able to reuse this. I guess either way, I'm gonna if I get knocked out, I'm gonna ready anyway with this, and if I don't, I'll be able to keep this. So I think the choice is to block. Okay. Remove a Madness counter. So that's 4 to 2 is 2, so that's gonna bring us to 3. So that actually worked out pretty well. Pretty well. Okay, so let us. Now, when he flips, he's going to do 4, and that will kill me. And then I'll be able to use From the Ashes, but I don't think I can, well, maybe, let's see. If I do this way, I play Marrow, that's going to be effectively 4 damage, 2 when our response is 2. And I could do this in the X-Jet to do 9, 10, 11. That's not going to be enough to kill him, but I can actually chew through quite a bit. This will not ready Phoenix. Although she will ready when this, yeah, I think I like this quite a bit. I might even use Wolverine up. Okay, so what are we doing? So we're going to... Let's play her first. 1, 2. So she's going to... That's not going to ready me up, unfortunately. So she's going to use a response to do 2 damage here. We're going to go to the 3rd... The Green Goblin 3, deal 4 damage to each player. Okay, that's going to kill me. I'm going to get rid of From the Ashes. Just going to remove that. And that's going to bring me back up to my 9 hit points. And it's going to ready my identity. So then I'm going to use her, and I'm going to knock out Wolverine. So that's going to be 5, which, sorry, I should have done this first. Getting ahead of myself. So 5 damage is going to bring him down to 17. Okay, she's readied up. So we're going to do 3 more. That's going to bring him to 14. And then we're going to do 1, 2, 3 to do telekinetic attack, which is going to be 7. If I'm unleashed, I do 9, which I am. And so that's 4, 5. And then I'm going to use Scimitar to do the last, or not the last, but 2 more. That brings me down to 3. But I don't think I've got it. I don't think I can do that last damage. And I'm going to get 2 encounter cards now. I wonder if it's almost worth flipping. If I flip down, he's going to lose this and switch to Norman Osborn. And then he'll have the confuses, so I'll be able to stay safe for whatever happens. Yes. So we're going to flip down. One of these cards is my White Hot Room, actually. So, actually, if I flip down, I could go... Well, it doesn't matter. I'm going to draw these last 2 cards no matter what. Okay, so 1, 2, Cybo Attack and White Hot Room. But now I have access to Cerebro. I can get that extra card draw, and then we can just knock him out pretty well. Although the White Hot Room now is basically useless because I won't use it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 2, 4, 6. Okay, so he is well and truly dead once we come back. Okay, so this is going to go to 4. He's going to go to Scheme, and I believe it bypasses this. So he's going to remove this instead, which is going to flip him back to Norman Osborn. And then we've got, I should have dealt out an encounter card there, and this is my second encounter card. So firstly, Shadows of the Past. Whoa, boy. Here comes, whoa, Black Betty. Bam-a-lam. We're going to get the Dark Phoenix. It's going to come in, but she's a little too late. Okay, and these are going to get... Oh, naughty. Look at that. I forgot to put that in the encounter deck. Well, invalid game. C'est la vie. Okay. Well, that was very... I meant to point that out too because of that Seek and Destroy. There's multiple ways for it to come in. All right, then we get Private Security. Okay, so he has Guard. So this is going to actually complicate some things. Okay, so we're going to use Cerebro. Actually, we can use Cerebro. Maybe I'll bring Wolverine back in. Should I get Wolverine? Yeah, I want to get Wolverine. Okay, so there's no other reason to stay down. I'm not going to use White Hot Room. Okay, we're going to flip up, all right? And let's take a look at what we can do here. So we're going to knock Marrow out to give him 2 damage. That's obvious. We're going to... We maximize things here. Power of the Mind is going to pay for this. I mean, I don't know why I'm doing all this. This is going to kill him. I'm just going to kill him. Okay. I do like to clean up, so quite a bit. I like to do a little cleanup, which is like to make sure the board is as tidy as possible. But I think this way, yes. Okay, so we're gonna play Angel, which readies me. I'm gonna do, or he's gonna do the 2 here, which is gonna flip over to State of Madness, which will flip him over. He'll deal 4 to me. And then I'll do, well, I'll do the knockout blow on him. So let's do, yeah, I guess it doesn't matter. I thought maybe I could knock out her, and that would be kind of fun. Because that's essentially 8, 9, 10. I could almost kill her if I could get rid of her tough. So, okay, well, that's a victory in any regard, so that was good. Yeah, we didn't even see any of these guys, the Vulture or Scorpion, Craven. Did I see anybody? I don't remember now. I didn't see any of them. Yeah, that's a bummer. Okay, well, still hopefully enjoyable to watch, and we're going to move on really to the next Green Goblin. We've knocked him out. We've taken him out from the hostile takeover, and now he's gotten a little silly, and he's going to be trying to kill us in a whole new way. So come back in just a minute, and we'll set up the next game. Okay, so here we are. We're back with the game 2. We're continuing our running fight here with the Green Goblin, playing Daring Lime's deck. I just realized I forgot to do these 2 things. Okay, so we've got just a normal Green Goblin expert. Oh. Okay, so here we are back with our continuing our running fight here with the Green Goblin. So I'm doing just, I mean, I love the fact that this game has so many little tweaks and things you can do. I am playing with standard 3, which is kind of a fun little thing. As I say, I like to have my decks, have a number of decks built and playable at a time. But I am doing like the expert Green Goblin here on his cards 2 and 3. I don't know what that means. I just think it'll be a little more interesting. Playing the standard deck with him otherwise, just the normal cards and things that he gets. I know Goblin Gimmicks seems to be a pretty softball type of thing, but that's okay. I didn't... shit. Okay, so here we are. Okay, so here we are continuing our running fight with the Green Goblin. He is now full-on crazy mode. He's no longer Norman Osborn. He's full-on Green Goblin, and he's trying to do his all of his tricks here with you know, making all these goblin people. We are playing standard 3, and you know, we can dial in however we want on the, you know, on this in this game. A lot of options to do that. I'm just going to play him on expert, even though I don't know. Maybe we'll see this expert 3 will come out to be a little similar to this, but yeah. That's just my little tweak. I did leave in Goblin Gimmicks. I know that's generally known as kind of a... Okay, here we are. We're back now. I've reset up. This time we're continuing our little running fight with the Green Goblin. He's full-on crazy mode now. He's throwing his pumpkin bombs. He's all set to go. This game does offer a lot of little tweaking that you can do. You can kind of set things how you want. And as I mentioned earlier, I like to keep a few villain decks together at once. And, you know, I like to keep them so I've got, you know, standard 3 in one, and then I've got the regular standard or expert or whatever. So it's kind of fun to do. So I'm going to do a little tweak here. I am going to play with the expert version of him. He's got 2. However, I am playing with standard 3. So it's essentially standard 3, but a little more of a tweak of a challenge. So I did leave Goblin Gimmicks in here. I just got a little lazy about setting that up. And, you know, I know that's generally known to be a little more of an easy modular set. I forgot to put up my whoa, he's really shiny. Yeah, but, you know, we'll see. Well, maybe we'll just play through a little quicker. I forgot to reset my hit points here. Okay, so we're going to just shuffle up a little bit. Deal 2 encounter cards to us. Put that there, and then we will shuffle up a little bit here and see what we get. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6, okay. So let's see. Well, I really like seeing Wolverine. You saw how effective he was last time. I don't think there's a lot of tough in this set, though, so he's not as useful. There's not as many ways to bring him out, or to bring out Dark Phoenix. We will definitely get Dark Phoenix through this. I do want to build up, although killing that. This isn't that great until I get Unleashed. Wolverine is very useful, so I could play him out right away and knock out that minion. I think we're going to dump these 4 and see what we get. I really would prefer to have some more building pieces. 1, 2, 3, 4. Well, there's a building piece right there. Okay, so I could play out, well, I could play out Forge with these 2. Go grab Cerebro, play it, bring something else in. This is interesting, because I'm not going to be able to play Wolverine unless I don't play Forge. Oh, that's what I can do. I can play 1, 2, or 1, 2, go grab Cerebro, play it, and then I can play Wolverine with the Phoenix Force. Yeah, let's do that. Okay, so we're going to play these 2 to play Forge. He's going to grab me Cerebro. I'll play Cerebro with this. And then I'm going to use it to go get... Oh, I forgot to read that, so I will in just a second. So I'm going to find somebody that I don't think I'm going to use. Sunfire might be more useful in this scenario. Beak is good, but I think I'm going to... I know it seems crazy to grab Beak to throw him away, but I think the next deck pass is going to be more valuable. Because at this time, I've got my 3 thwarts. So, okay, so let's do that. I will flip up to Phoenix, and then I'm going to spend this and these 3 to pop Wolverine in. We're going to go ahead and take 2 damage, which will kill the Thrall. Over here, I will thwart, and I forgot to flip this over. It's just the instructions to set it up. Green Goblin has released a toxic mutagen gas on New York City. Okay, so that's just going to clean that up. And then Forge, who's going to be a chump blocker, I guess I'll just take 1 away from him. Okay, that was a pretty solid first turn. I mean, obviously, with Green Goblin, I'm going to get hit with a 3 encounter cards, so we'll see what happens. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I do like to kind of take a quick look here. This isn't very useful to me now. Professor X could be useful. 1, 2. I might end up flipping down, actually. I think I might end up flipping down to take advantage of Cerebro, because I don't have a great hand. Okay, let's do that. I could probably go find Psylocke. Nope, she's in the discard. That's too bad. Okay. Let's see what happens. So he's going to attack. We're going to block with Forge. Ooh, first, we need this. To put 1. Wow, that's jumping. 3, 4, 5. Forge is well and truly dead. And then we're going to go ahead and grab this. First, Dark Designs. Place a pursuit counter on pursuit from the past. Then if it has any counters on it, the Vanillan Schemes. Okay, well, I think we're still pretty safe. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's going to bring us up to 5. Yikes. Okay, so that's our first encounter card. Second, when revealed, you are stunned. Well, that's not great, but it's actually not too bad either since... but she is 6. 6, that's monster. She's very difficult. Yeah. Okay, Elite. And then thirdly, Regenerative Healing. The villain heals X damage, or X is equal to double the villain's stage number. If no damage is healed this way, this card's going to search. So this is great because he's only going to get 1 health back. And that's good for me since I'm glad Forge did that. Okay, so Wolverine's going to heal 1. And I think I got to get rid of this threat of monsters. So he's going to go 3 to deal up to 3 damage to deal 3 damage here. And let's think about what we should do. This can play out Professor X, and this can play out another ally. Although actually I should do this and this. Yes. Okay, so we're going to play the Power of the Mind, and 1 from here to play Professor X. He's going to confuse Green Goblin. We're going to use him right away to bring this down to 2. Now, what's interesting is I'd like to go ahead and use his confused right away, but then I miss out on a block. However, I really would like to play a better ally since I really don't have a great hand. This removes 4 threat, which is an overkill. I don't have the Unleash trait. I really don't need to ready her, so I really feel like it's best to flip down and grab somebody to play with Cerebro. So we're going to remove the rest of these. Shield Scheme, that's not too bad. So we're going to flip down. I'm going to use Cerebro. And I think I should play... Colossus is the most expensive. So I think maybe I'll do these 3 and keep Telepathic Trickery. No. Okay. I'm going to go grab Colossus, and I'm going to hang on to my Phoenix Firebird. Just in case I want to go Unleashed. Okay. Play 3 to play Colossus. He comes in with a tough, but we're going to use him to actually just get rid of the tough too. It makes a nice block, but let's just keep our board nice and tidy. Okay. Or should I? Should I leave him for the block? No, because I don't have, yeah, okay. Enough thinking about that. Okay, so I'm losing out a little bit on the block here, and a block there, but 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. And then this is going to go to 1. Green Goblin is going to scheme, lose the confused, and then we're going to get, when revealed, alter ego, death from above. Green Goblin schemes with +X scheme, where X is equal to villain's stage number. Well, this is not great. So he's scheming with 4. That was life-saving, and we get to put this Goblin soldier into play with you. So that actually, that could have been pretty bad because we could have gone to the next stage. Okay, so I definitely want to use Cerebro. Professor X is gone. Let's go take a little look-see. Angel's a pretty good... I think Angel's probably going to be my best bet here. I don't have Utopia. Yeah, let's go get Angel. I really actually want Utopia to be able to have 4 allies. All right, so we're going to flip up. I think I want to, well, this is dangerous, but I would like to clear my stunned. The Wolverine should have healed one. I could play Nick Fury. Yeah, let's do this. 1, 2, 3, 4. Play Nick Fury, draw 3. 1, 2, 3. A little congested with the allies right now. Although I could mind control him. But then I will also, again, be stuck with too many. This seems useless. I really would like some of my Scimitar and my Utopia. This is a great blocker. I could... I'm definitely congested here. Actually, I guess I'm going to go Unleashed, because I think I've got quite a bit of damage here. All right, so let's do this 3. I'm kind of letting the flow of the cards dictate here, because I want to be efficient about what I'm playing here, but I also have quite a big chunk of damage I can do. And because of that, I think it is okay to push him to stage 3. Or not, maybe push him close. I do like, with Green Goblin, to avoid having to deal with all those encounter cards, getting, knocking him out and then knocking out stage 3 in one go. So probably not going to go all the way. Okay. I'm going to use this Mental Paralysis to play Phoenix Firebird, which is to get rid of one of these, makes me Unleashed, and readies me. Okay, so now I can do... So do we concentrate fire here? So Wolverine is out of commission right now because I can't attack with him or I'll lose him. So 3, 4, 5. Let's knock out this Goblin Soldier. And then we'll use Colossus to do 3. What should I do here now? I got this whole hand of cards. Am I gonna waste blockers? Yeah, I'm just gonna push. I really inefficiency makes me crazy. I've got 1 here. I guess Wolverine can come back around. All right, he's gonna deal 3. This is gonna be me to 12. That'll free up another ally slot. Which honestly, Marrow seems to be the best. Because she'll get 4 damage, 5, 6. I guess he gets 6 as well. I might leave these 2 in my hand, actually. No, I won't. So this is 6 damage, is just differently. Let's, if I do these two, yeah, I'll use Marrow now. Let's get rid of these two. She'll deal 2, and then I'll deal 2 more with her activation. So that's going to go down to 9, 8. Okay. And then I think I'm going to hang on to these 2, actually, which seems nuts, but... Did I attack? I did attack. I would have cleared my stun. So let's give him back 3. Little boo-boo. Okay, so little error there. Pretty inefficient round, but that's okay. 1, 2, 3, 5. This seems good. Not as worried about getting knocked out as the other game. That seems probably pretty good, because that's all that damage that comes in with his forced effect, forced response. Have I forgot that? No, because I haven't taken any damage. Perfect. Okay, good. Let's ready you all up. I should have done that first. Throw another threat on the scheme. And then he's going to attack me, Nick Fury, the Seminole Chumper. After this activation, place a pursuit counter. Okay, done. And what do we got here? Goblin Nation. Each goblin, including Green Goblin, gets +1 attack. Okay, I want to get rid of that. Okay, so now we've got a couple of chumps where I can get 5 more damage. I think we're going to do the telekinetic shield. I got a little bit of a choice here. So this is bad, but I don't really have a great way to get rid of it. So do I pop another ally into play, or do I do this to confuse him? Nah, let's go all in here. Let's get the damage on him. I'll take 2 off of him. So that's 11, which will now be 9. Okay. All right, well, a little sloppy this game was, or is. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Finally, here's Utopia. Here's a telekinetic attack, but I cannot rush him down completely. All right, let's do this. Okay, it goes up to 4. So I do think, actually, interestingly, that's 9 damage. That would bring him to his next stage. 2, 4, yeah, I don't have quite enough to kill him. Okay. He's going to attack. I'm going to let it through because I have this telekinetic shield. So after the activation, place a pursuit counter. Yikes. Okay. That's 2. Actually, it's only 2. 3. So actually, I keep my shield. Wow, I thought for sure I was going to lose my shield. Okay. And then my counter card. All right, here's where everything gets exciting. Place a pursuit counter on Pursued by the Past. Okay, so and then if there are any, we are going to reveal or go Surge, but there are not any because this is going to come off. This is going to flip, and we're going to have our Nemesis come in. So remove each counter here, you get activates against you, otherwise flip this card over, which is to, after you flip this, find your Nemesis minion and reveal it. Search set-aside counter for your Nemesis side scheme, reveal it, shuffle your remaining set-aside Nemesis cards into the encounter deck, flip this card over. Okay, so we're going to get our Consume the World, and we're going to get Dark Phoenix. Whoops. I almost put that into the encounter deck. She comes in with a Tough. Now the plan is completely different. We have a new lose condition, and now things are getting interesting. Okay, now I kind of wish I had Wolverine back. Okay. Okay. All right, so I did a little misplay there, and we got punished with it. This seems like the best thing to do now. Maybe that. And then hang on to that. All right, we're going to have to break the tough, though. So let's use Marrow to do that. Then we'll deal 3. We're going to knock her out right away. And then we're going to play these 3 for telekinetic attack, which is 9 damage, because we have Unleashed, which will kill Dark Phoenix. Okay, I've got an extra Amplify token there. So whatever his attack is, I'm going to block it here. And then I guess I have a chump if I need a chump. We are going to reshuffle our deck very soon here. Let's get Colossus back in. He's going to do 3. So 1 and 2. And hang on to Utopia. We'll knock out our shield just in case. Let's do 2 more. Brings us down to 4. Okay, so this is a concern, not so much with the telekinetic shield at the moment, but this and this are actually effectively giving him 4 attack. I'm a little worried about that, so I don't want to really flip down yet, but I do still believe I might be able to rush him down. So let's see what we got. We got a telekinetic shield, and we have him as a chump blocker if we need, if he attacks twice. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We still have 1 card left. I could have counted my cards, actually, and that would have been a good... This is what I wanted a long while ago. That probably would have really whittled him down. Okay, so this is going to go to 5. I'm getting a little nervous about that. And here we go. He's going to attack. I'm going to let through. Okay, there's my obligation. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Way more than enough to get rid of telekinetic shield. My encounter card. Green Goblin attacks you. If you're in alter ego form, do not give him a boost card. Okay, so we're going to block with Angel. And that's effectively 5. Just going to knock Angel out. Okay. I've got a pretty wiped out board here. A little nervous. So I could actually do this, which would give me a confuse, and then I can flip down pretty easily. Yeah, let's do that. Let's go 3 to bring... Oh, ooh, no way. No way. What's the best use of this? Because I don't want to knock him out to the next stage. I'm definitely doing this because I am going to take advantage of that. 3. Brings him down to 1. And gives him a confused. So that's going to save us, but we are going to get 2 encounter cards. And if we do get something that helps him to scheme, we're in trouble. So maybe it is worth using my thwart here, as terrible as it is. Although that isn't going to really matter because he's got 2, 3 anyway. But I don't have anything else to do with it, so what's the difference? I'm going to really waste my time here too, but I'm going to flip down. I'm going to use Cerebro, and it's actually Cyclops. Okay, so I can play down Scimitar, or I can play down Utopia. Scimitar is going to get 2 damage once every time I play a Psionic card, which is pretty good. But if I play some allies down, I will get to ready her, which she will be able to do too. I think I'm going to... Oh, that's really tough. But I can grab Utopia with Forge. So let's do this. Let's play Scimitar down. And then we're going to call it a turn. Oh, actually, after I grabbed Cyclops out of the deck, this would have triggered. So I won't be able to get Utopia back in. So these 2 will be out of the deck. Okay. So, but Forge can grab that for me anyway. Okay. So here we go. So we're going to get 1, 2, ooh, that's nice. 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, interesting. This is great. That's effectively 11 damage. I can play an ally down. 12, 13, and then 6. Yeah, we might be able to lethal him, but we'll see. We'll see what happens. Okay, This is going to go to 5. Again, if he schemes, I don't know why I bothered with that, because if he schemes, I'm done anyway. He's going to lose his confused, and then we're going to get a second encounter card. First up, Goblin Knight. Terrible. After he attacks you, discard a card and put a Goblin minion into play with you. And then Goblin Reinforcements. Place an additional threat for each Goblin minion in play. Okay, so now we're racking up these side schemes. Okay, we're going to just put this with that. Okay, 2, 4, 6. All right, so we're going to first use Cerebro, but before we do, Professor X's thwarting power will probably be wanted. And also I could stun this minion. Okay, so he does not have guard though, and I think, yeah, 20. So I have to basically just go through 21 hit points. So if I did this, that would be 1, 2, 3, 4, excuse me, 1, 2, 8, 9, 17, 18, 19. So I cannot actually do that. So I could probably kill Goblin Knight with this instead. So let's see what else I can grab. Because I could stay in Alter Ego. I could go get Psylocke. I guess I could do the same thing with Professor X. So let's just take a look. Angel. Colossus is 3 damage. I don't think that's... I could get Forge. And I could bring... A Beak actually is what I should do. But I don't have any other allies. Let me think about this for a second. If instead I played him and Beak, that would allow me to take 2 off. It's not really worth it, I don't think. So this is tricky. Maybe Wolverine is the way to go. A lot of choices here. I think I'm going to get Angel. Seems like a weird choice, I know. Or Forge? No, I'll get Forge. Okay, because I am going to play that Utopia, I think. I think that's going to help me. I think I'm in it for a little longer than intended. Okay, if I saved that, 1, 2, 3, but then I can't play. Yeah, I really got to thwart some stuff down, so I think I'm going to have to do it this way. 1, 2, 3. Maybe I'll do that. And then I'll save Utopia for next round. But then I can't deal with him. Well, I guess he could stun him. That's what I was planning on doing. Okay, so we're going to leave Green Goblin alone for a moment. I'm going to flip up. We're going to play Forge to get this. Professor X. He's going to... I think I gotta stun this Goblin Knight. He's much too dangerous. And then I'm gonna hang on to this. Okay, Professor X, he's going to get rid of this Goblin Reinforcements. That's the worst thing. And I'm going to hit him for 3. Make that 4 with Forge. And I can actually use the Scimitar off of Professor X to do another 2. So he's almost dead, actually. All right, and I think I'm going to be done. Let's see what happens. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this is really good. That's going to be very useful, actually. Which I can use with this. And that'll stun and confuse Goblin. That's really good. And then maybe I can play out Utopia or Telekinetic Shield and save Utopia. That's kind of crazy. All right, let's see. So we're going to go up to 6. Very dangerous here. Goblin is going to attack. We're going to chump with Professor X. 1, 2, whatever it is, 6 damage. He's stunned. He'll lose his stun. And now let's see what we got. Place 1 pursuit counter on pursued by the past. Then if it has any counters on it, the villain attacks you. Well, I got to chump with Forge again. put Goblin Thrall into play with you. Okay, so Goblin is really keeping up the pressure. Yeah, let's do this. Telepathic Trickery. We're going to remove 4 threat from here. If you have the Unleash trait, stun and confuse an enemy. So stun and confuse Goblin. We're going to trigger Scimitar, which will deal 2 damage and knock out Goblin Knight before he can activate. And let's see. So it doesn't really matter what I put into play. In fact, I could flip down. Let's actually eliminate him. I could flip down. Oh, you know what, though? I definitely killed this Goblin Soldier. So I'm remembering that now. He should have dealt the damage to me. So what I'm thinking is if I flip down, I could actually go get another minion. He's stunned and confused. I think we'll wait for a moment. Let's play out Telekinetic Shield just in case he gets a double attack. And let's ready up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's Beak. He's going to be nice to get rid of that Goblin Nation. All right, so he's going to lose his stunned. Here we go. The next one. Peril. If Dark Phoenix is... Oh, man, here we go. If Dark Phoenix is in play, she activates against you. If Dark Phoenix is not in play, place 1 threat and consume the world in the screen scourge. Okay, so actually that's not the worst, although this is marching on. Choose to either spend 2 resources of any type or give the villain 1 face down boost card. Okay, that's one of the little freebies that we get with the Goblin gimmicks. Okay, I'm not ready to start working on him there. I think maybe... I mean, threat is a problem. I'd like to get rid of this. But he's not... I mean, that's not helping me right now. I don't have any real allies. I could flip down. Take advantage of the confused. I could flip down, get another ally, another 2-cost ally, and then Beak's response would be a lot better. I'd lose out on Utopia. I think I'm okay with that. So let's do this. Let's use her, Thwart, to thwart 1 down there. Then I'm going to flip down. I'm going to use Cerebro, and we're going to get another ally. I think maybe Angel is worthwhile. It's the only other 2-coster in there, so that's who we're taking. I should have checked to make sure, because I think we got Sunfire before. Okay, so we're going to play down Angel. So that was my using Cerebro. And then we're going to play down Beak. And Beak's response is going to be to get rid of 2 threat, 1 for each X-Men ally you have. And then we're going to use him to knock this Goblin Nation out of play. I think we're just leaving that, because he's got a better attack. I think we will leave Consume the World, and he'll be a chump if we have to get attacked at some point. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, this is going to get 1. I'm going to lose the Confused, and then I can counter card. Okay, it's just a little Goblin Soldier. So now we have actually a couple of nice things. I can use the Telepathic Trickery to actually kind of Consume the World down. I don't think the game's going to go on long enough for me to really recoup my investment here. He does not have Guard. These 2 can get rid of that. Okay, so let's use Cerebro. I think I want to do this, probably. Actually, this way. Probably do it this way. So then that way I will not need although I could get Colossus. Yeah, let's look. Yeah, there's Colossus. I Can't get Marrow. Okay, let's go get Colossus, and we'll actually play Colossus. He gets a reduction of 1 if you're an X-Men character, which we are. Okay, so she's going to flip up, and we're going to play Telepathic Trickery, remove 4 threat from a scheme. So that's going to go down to 3, and then stun and confuse an enemy. Okay, and then I'm going to play Colossus for 3. He comes in with toughness, which I'll probably end up hanging on to for a moment. Okay, so Phoenix and Angel, we'll do that, I think. Get rid of that a little bit. This is a good blocker, although, yeah, he'll be stunned. He'll put 1 point of damage on there. Who cares? I think we'll... Should we save Beak? Yeah, we'll just hold up. We'll leave it, call it good there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we can play 2 of these. Interesting. All right. This is going to go to 2. He's going to lose his stunned. Goblin Soldier is going to ding us for 1. Attached to a friendly character. I guess I should have said I'd attach it to a Phoenix. Okay, and then here's my encounter card. Okay, this is another little freebie, Goblin Gimmicks freebie. This is going to deal us 2 indirect damage when he attacks, but he may never attack. Let's use Beak to put a damage on him. Let's not do that. It's 5 damage, so let's do 2 and 3. That kills him, and I lose a point. And then I think, what are we going to do? I don't really want to get all these encounter cards, but I don't think I can. So this is 4, 8, 10. Maybe I shouldn't have killed him. I still wouldn't have been able to do it. Yeah, I think we're pushing through. All right, let's use Beak to take his last point of damage off. And he's going to flip over to Green Goblin 3, which is deal 3 encounter cards. This could kill me. This could have been dumb. 1, 2, 3. Sorry, it should be that way. So we're going to get 4 full encounter cards. Whoa, boy. And he's going to come in with 20. And then we're going to do 2 Cybo attacks. 1. Oh, actually, look at that. I can save that. 1, 2. And that's going to be 8. And I'm going to use Scimitar for 10. And that's going to bring him down to 10. And I think I should leave Colossus up just in case we get another attack. Yeah. All right. That's a little more exciting. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And we've got this to clear the board of minions. So if we get some minions here, this is going to go up to 3. He's going to attack. That's going to be 2 of these. I'm going to go ahead and let it through because I'm going to expect to soak this entire thing up with my telekinetic shield. It's going to put Goblin Throw into play. So it's 1, 4, 5. So that's enough to knock out my telekinetic shield. He's going to deal 1 damage to me when he attacks. And then we're going to get 4 encounter cards. First, another Goblin Throw. Second, another Goblin Throw. Next, Overrun. This has got 1, but you put in a bunch of cards. And then lastly, Regenerative Healing. So you're going to do twice, so that's 16 hit points. He's going to go up twice the stage number. So that was not as bad as it could have been, although there's a lot of little guys on the board now. Well, the Psychic Blast is going to be perfect for this. Although, wouldn't it be nice to play Nick Fury and draw 3 cards, but I cannot. So I think I can do... a little bit awkward. Maybe I flip down. All right, let's play this. 2 for Psychic Blast, deal 4 damage to the villain. Okay, so there's that. And then if you have the Unleashed trait, deal 4 damage to each minion engaged with you. Okay, I can't actually do that. Because... So 4 would be 16. Okay, because these guys all have guard. So that's a tricky part there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, so I'm going to have to do this the old-fashioned way. All right, so let's use Colossus to take out one of them. Let's use my own activation to knock out a second. And then... So what is the best play here? Should I play Nick Fury? Yeah, let's do that. 4. It's going to allow me to draw 1, 2, 3 cards. Whoa boy, here's another encounter card. And I didn't get anything worthwhile. But I can flip over, at least, and get somebody with Cerebro. Didn't I use a psionic card? I did not. I did not. Okay. So we're going to knock out Angel and use Nick Fury to get rid of this other Goblin Thrall. Yeah, he's got it confused. I should have taken 2 damage here, so that would have been 4. Forgot about that. Getting sloppy. This is a bit tricky too, though, because this is going to go 1, 2, 3. That's going to bring it up to 6. Have I been forgetting this? I feel like I don't think he's attacked me even a little bit. I don't have anything good here. Yeah, I think I'm going to have to flip down. So let's flip down. I'm going to use Cerebro. And we're going to get somebody. Actually, I could get Cyclops. Get a couple counters on there, but I can't spend them. That's the thing. But I could use them for this. That's interesting. No. Professor X kind of useless now. Although, actually, I could activate Colossus again. And there's good old Wolverine. Beak. Let's get Beak. Although I've got 4 now, let's get Wolverine. Okay, as if there was any doubt. Okay, go get Wolverine. Drop him in. We'll have him do 3. So. Let's do 3, and then we'll end our turn. I shouldn't have flipped, actually, because I could have used his, but whatever. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So this will be a nice little addition. A couple of attacks. Yeah, I think I'm going to be able to bring it home this next turn here. Okay, so this is going to go up 3. So that's going to go up to 6. That's the only real danger, except it doesn't lose us the game. Although he's going to scheme, so we are going to go up. Oh no, he's confused, right? Okay. And then we get a counter card firstly, Goblin Soldier secondly. Green Goblin attacks with plus X, or he schemes with plus X scheme, whereas X is equal to the villain's scheme number, stage number. Okay, so he's definitely going through, which it says I have to do top 3 cards in the encounter deck. Put the first Goblin minion discarded this way into play. So that's him. And then we go to Mutagen Cloud, which is advanced to 2B. So we've got the Goblin creatures serve green goblins. Every command stop green goblin before his monstrous militia overruns a city. So we've got, this comes in with 4. A little dangerous. Okay. No big deal, because we got a lot of options. Okay, we're going to use Cerebro. Now, Nick Fury's gone. So now would be a good time to get Beak, although I'm probably going to be forced, fighting him down. Yeah, I'm going to get Beak just because it's a good opportunity to play a little more conservatively here, not so recklessly. Beak is interesting. He's from like this run of New X-Men, which I never read for many years. Because Grant Morrison wrote it, him as a comic writer, he had made some changes in that series to some characters that people didn't like, and I kind of had gotten out of comics for a while, and so I didn't read it. A few years ago, maybe like a year or two ago, I read through almost the whole run, and it was absolutely fantastic. But he's kind of this awkward kid that has no real powers. It's kind of interesting that series. Every mutant has like some great combat power, which makes sense since superhero comics are full of fighting, and that's a lot of what's enjoyable about them. But there's a bunch of students that basically have no combat ability, and they're kind of useless. So Beak is an interesting one to see in the game because he's one of the ones that, he's just a student there, and he's learning to control his abilities, and he's, being safeguarded from, hatred and stuff. So hatred and stuff. He's being safeguarded from people who would do him harm. Okay, so we're back to my turn. Wolverine's going to heal one. Is it worth topping off my own health? All right, I'm probably going to do that. Or I could do this, and I think this, but I do get the stun off of this. See, the nice thing is if I play him, then I can remove 3 threat, but the stun is the important thing, but he can block also. So I think there actually isn't enough. Wow, I've forgotten to put this here. There isn't enough threat actually to go around. This will clear that. This could clear that. Or I could go heavy in on the damage. The difference here is that I can use Scimitar. So I think maybe I give up on Utopia. That's what I think I do. And I'll hang on to Sunfire for next round. Now the question is, do I recover? I think I'm going to play a dangerous game and not recover, because I want her attack. All right, so let's flip up. And we are going to play Beak, who is going to remove... Oh, but that doesn't really make sense to do Telepathic Trickery and Beak. That's kind of doubling down on threat removal. So maybe I could save him. That would give me 2 and a block that I don't really need. This is interesting. Yeah, we'll save him till next round and see if that's something I can have. Okay, so we're going to do Telepathic Trickery, which is going to remove 4 threat, and I'm unleashed, so that's going to stun and confuse an enemy. Marine Goblin is the one. And then I'm going to, and then I can trigger Scimitar, which is an attack, so I can't actually attack Goblin. So I can deal 2 damage to this Goblin Soldier. Then I think I'll play Sunfire. Nothing else to do there. And then Colossus is going to kill this Goblin Soldier. He's going to deal the damage to me. I'm going to throw that chip way over there. Use Phoenix to knock out the Goblin Thrall. And then I'm going to use Wolverine to do 3 damage to Goblin. So this is still here. That's the thing. I'm going to back that up. Walk it back. We're not going to do that. I'm just going to take 1 damage with Wolverine instead, and I'm going to get rid of Overrun. Discard 2 cards and each Goblin minion. Okay, so that was a bit lucky. So I didn't have to deal with that. So that's good. Now this is gone. That was kind of a bit of pressure that I didn't need. And then let's do 2 damage with Sunfire instead to do this. Okay, so now let's take a look at the situation. Is that I've only got 3 hit points, which is really very scary. But I do have a blocker here. I can chump 3 times if I had to. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That is an awful hand. That is a really, really brutal hand. Okay, so all resources. Okay, so we're going to get 1 here. He's going to be stunned, so he's going to lose his stunned. And now we're going to get our encounter card, which is another overrun. That's annoying. We just got rid of that. Okay. So this is going to go. So go 3, 6, 8, 9, 10, 11. Yep, that looks like what we should do, since we will win the game. I do like to clean up, which is like really funny, but I actually don't need to do anything else. So that's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, for those 3. That will bring him down to 3 health. I'm so tempted to do this thing where I clear the little problems out, but that would be really silly. So I'm just going to swing and knock him out. It is my obsession with cleaning up, you know. I like to, but if I got a guard there, which I wouldn't have. Okay, so there's the second game, showing off this little deck here. Now we're going to come back in just a minute, and we're going to face off against Kang. Okay, here we are. We're back again, now with our third battle here. This Jean Grey deck, really kind of getting a chance to see what it can do. It's got a lot of interesting things. I do believe I made a mistake last game. I realized I didn't put these 2 cards in, the From the Ashes and Superpower Training. Would have liked to have had those in my deck. It's a little small mistake. I don't think it really changes the outcome. I would have had, you know, a couple more options, and would have gotten, you know, to my encounter card a little longer. It would take me a little longer. Here we go with Kang. A little bit sad about Kang. And there's that shuffled up. Really was kind of a little bit of a bummed to hear about the, you know, the whole Doomsday thing with Robert Downey Jr. Look, I love Doom. I really want him to be a part of the MCU, and I was really sad that they threw away Kang. I mean, look, fine, get rid of Jonathan Majors, sure. But I really wish that they would not have just cast that character out. We're probably never going to see the end of him. Really kind of a bummer. Yeah, a little mixed feelings there about that. Number one, I guess I really like the idea that stories continue, keep moving forward, and I feel that the MCU has been moving sort of a lot of, you know, like with Deadpool and Wolverine, they're like, hey, remember this stuff that you liked before? Remember Blade? Remember this? Remember that? And now kind of going back and using Robert Downey Jr. again, a little bit of a weird thing, and I would really like it if Doom would be part of the MCU going forward. I mean, he's one of the best characters in all of comicdom. So I don't want him to just kind of one and done or two and done with him. And I also was really sad to see Kang like recast Black Panther. I wish they would have Chadwick Boseman. Recast Jonathan Majors. I wish they would have done that. But c'est la vie. Okay, so as I say, we got the Anachronauts in this time. They're very nasty. You know, discard an ally or support you control when they come in. Toughness and villainous. The one that I hate this guy, discard a random card from your hand. So there's a bunch of them. Makes the minions a little more difficult to deal with. So a little tricky there. And of course, we have Expert in here as well, which we are... Oh, just give me 1 minute. I guess I have to add Expert Kang. Whoops. Okay, so I forgot to grab the Expert version. They're a little... he's a little different. He's a little bit of his own little kit here. And this is probably the suitable challenge here. Expert Kang, nothing to sneeze at, a little longer, you know, could get beat up pretty easily here. So a little bit trickier to play this one. I think this is going to be the bigger of the three challenges, probably, for sure. And, all right, so we're shuffling them up here, and let's see what we got. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, Angel, Mind Control, McFury. Okay, so not a great hand. I definitely want these two. I'm definitely looking to build up. Angel is good, but and it's good to have a chump blocker. However, 2 to knock the tough, and Kang can get the tough back so easily. So I think we're going to get rid of these. We'll keep Nick Fury. He'll be a good chump blocker and draw me some cards. So 1, 2, 3. Telekinetic Shield is pretty good. I can pay for that with that. So let's take a look here. Probably going to do this, and then I'd have to do these 4. Although I could keep Colossus and spend that. That's what I'm going to do. Okay, so and I'm going to wait on this as well. So we're going to do 1, 2, 3, 4. We'll flip up to do this. Boy, I really like to get ahead of myself, don't I? Okay, so we're going to do that. That'll bring out Nick Fury. I'll trigger his response to draw 3. Okay. Oh, very nice. Now this changes things a little bit. I still think this is the way to go. I wonder if I should do... I cannot flip over very easily. He schemes. I mean, it's a very... I forgot to do this, by the way. Deal each player an encounter card. So, he schemes for 1, okay? But, like, that's going to get 1. That's 2. If he gets in advance, we lose. I got to be really careful about that. But I wonder... So I wonder if... Like, the X-Jet is great, right? But Cerebro is really good for when I can switch down. I mean, I don't have to do this, although this is how I lose. Yeah, let's play the X-Jet for 3. Oh, I can do both. Okay, so I don't know why I did all that thinking for no reason. Play Cerebro and then Power the Mind to play Telekinetic Shield. So I'm actually in really good shape here. I'm probably going to get that my most despised card in the whole thing, which is the Time Travel Hijinks, because I'm going to lose one of these high cost cards I play. Okay, I can't really do anything here, so I can just ping the top off, but he will probably regain that pretty easily. I'll block, or Nick Fury can do 2, so let's do that. Bringing him down to 13. And I can't do too much more. So let's ready up. I'll get 1 here. Kang is going to attack. I'll jump Nick Fury in front of it. And that's 3, 6, 8 damage to Nick Fury. Whoa! Nick Fury is dead. Okay, I deal another encounter card. Here's the first one. I hate this. I hate this card so much. I feel like every time I play the game, I dump my whole hand to put some high-powered thing in, and I always get Time Travel Hijinks. All right, well, there's nothing I can do about it. I lose my highest cost card. Goes under here. Really, really hate that card. I mean, I'm not like really angry about it, but it's just, it's always so annoying because it takes away a whole turn. You build up, you get excited about having that card out. Expensive cards usually a little flashier, a little more exciting. So now I'm going to have to go ahead and spend another thing to get rid of this. I kind of thought about, I really did think about not blocking with Nick Fury just in case he could just get taken by that, and it would have been okay anyway. But all right, advances, villain schemes. Well, that's what I was really worried about. 1, 2. That's not too bad. So, and especially right now when I have her in play. Okay, I never drew my hand, which is crazy. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I should have drawn my hand. Okay. Okay. Now, I definitely need to clear this. I got to stay on top of that, especially since it, in order to keep its attack down, you have to feed it. Although, I could... Is it worth thwarting this down instead? I mean, nothing else I have is super attractive. Although I could do this. I am getting built up fairly well. White Hot Room is great to get in, so I could play that. Play this. Yeah, I think that's what we'll do. We'll play that. And we will, with this, we'll play down this. Yeah, and we will get rid of this. And we're going to leave this obligation here, which is a little bit dangerous. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, Utopia is a great building piece. Professor X will allow me to flip down. Cerebro could grab you somebody else to play Utopia. Yeah, I think this is going not too badly. Famous last words. Okay, so this is going to get 1. Kang is going to attack. I'm going to let it through because of the telekinetic shield. I'm not going to trigger the response. So it's 3, 4, 5, and nothing, but that's still enough to pop my shield. And here's my encounter card. You cannot play, it's depowered. You cannot play hero-specific cards. Discard a hero-specific card from your hand. Discard this obligation. Okay, so that's definitely going to change what I'm doing here. But I still want to do this. Let's get rid of this. And we're going to go get my... Each player may search their discard pile for an identity deck and discard pile identity-specific upgrade. Here it is from the ashes. That'll be my safety net. And so I didn't play it. Put it into play. Yeah, I didn't play it. Okay. Now what do we want to do? I want to get rid of that obligation, and I want to get rid of the other obligation. And that will leave me with 1, 2, 3. I really would like Utopia. It's such a great building block. But I cannot flip down to get rid of those without Professor X. What if I did 1, 2 to play Utopia? Sorry, let's do this. I want that into play. Oh, right. So I was going to use Cerebro to go grab something. So those two would get rid of this. And I could hang on. So an advance will kill me. I think I'm going to have to risk it. That's playing solo. Okay, we're going to flip down. I'm going to throw these two away to get rid of these two obligations. And is it worth it to go looking using Cerebro? Probably not. So we're going to get 6. I'm going to hang on Professor X. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Well, this is a good hand to get probably with Beak to get back to this under control. Okay, this is going to go to 2. He's going to scheme. Oh, there goes an advance. Oh, wow, that was nice. It's a little bit of luck. Sometimes you need a little bit of luck. My encounter card, Insight 1. Discard cards until I get a temporal minion. Okay. There goes a master plan. That's nice, too. I lucked out a little bit. Unless this temporal minion is like... Okay, so I am revealing it. So I'm going to have to discard a card. Wow, that was a lot of cards. We're going to be able to discard one random card from your hand. This is the one. It was one of the ones that I don't like. Wild Run. Okay, there goes one of my cards. All right. So not as bad as I thought. We're going to use Cerebro, but before we do, let's just take a look here. If we did this, we go get another 2 ally from Cerebro. Let's do that. Let's get a 2 ally. I like having Wolverine. I guess, yeah, I think having the blocks is going to be worth it. So there's Sunflower, there's Forge. I could get Forge and go get that. And go get the X-Jet, because the X-Jet is the support, yeah. and then really build. But I do need to deal with him. And I don't really have a great way to do that. I have a resource here, so actually I'm going to go get Colossus is what I'm going to do. Although I have to get him out of my disc. Oh, I've already played Colossus. Well, all right. I think I can make this work. It's not going to be great. All right, we're going to flip up. It's very inefficient, but I want to get these things into play. All right, we're going to play these two to play Sunfire, and we're going to use Utopia to ready Phoenix, and then Phoenix can do 3, so that's 2 and 2, and then we'll play these two to play. In fact, actually, we're going to use one of these and hang on to Wolverine. So we're going to play Beak, and he's going to get rid of 2. And then he will knock out Wild Run. And then I'll use Sunfire, just because he'll probably end up having to jump anyway to knock off 2 here. Okay, so not a terrible round, not the best, but I think we're working it. So we're going to lose our good thwart in a moment. But we are getting built up. We've got these two. Not as built up as I like, I guess. So that initial thing, having that X-Jet would make me feel a lot better. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Not great. This and these. Not so bad. Okay. So go here. All right, we're going to get 1. And Kang is going to attack. We're not going to do his interrupt because we're going to block with Beak. And he is dead despite no boosts. And now we've got attached to Kang. When Kang is attacked, discard Temporal Shield, prevent all damage from this attack, and deal 1 damage to the attacker. Okay, so I think this is what we do with that. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so let's have Sunfire attack. Prevent all damage from the attack, deal 1 damage to him. That'll knock him out, which is okay. Get rid of the shield. Then we're going to play Psionic Blast, which is 4 damage to the villain. The other response on here doesn't matter since we have nothing, so we don't have to wait. So 11 minus 4 is 7. That's going to, actually I don't even need to do that. There we go. And then we'll use her to clear this. And then these 4 to play Wolverine. She's now unleashed, and Utopia will ready her. So I can now do 3, 6, which will bring him down to 1. All right, now, once I remove him, I'm going to get an encounter card, and depending on which of the second number 2 Kang I get, I could have some breathing room, or I could not have some breathing room. So let's see what happens here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We've got another good building piece, some damage cards. All right, let's see what happens. Although now I'm taking any damage from him, like right to the face, probably. Okay, so that's going to happen here. I'm going to put one here when he attacks. So he's going to attack for 3. I think I'm going to block because I have enough damage. And when it goes to 2, you lose that tempo hit because you can't fight anybody anyway. So we're going to block. This is 3. Okay. Which is just 1, but now I have this stupid thing. Attach to your identity frozen in time. When they would attach character would ready, discard this card instead. Okay, and then here's my encounter card. It's pinned down. When revealed, place 2 threat here for each obligation in play. Okay, so this is a pretty softball one. Okay. All right, so he's going to heal up 1. I wonder if now is the time. I could confuse him, but it won't matter because it'll kill him if I confuse him with that. I definitely want Scimitar. think this might be the time. I could flip down. Actually, I could flip down. Let me just see if I think Psylocke is in here. She's Psylocke and Professor X are in here. Those are the two ways that I could confuse him. I think I definitely play Scimitar. So I'm not going to ready. That's the problem. And he could kill me quite easily, actually. Although I have this Rise from the Ashes. All right, I think I'm going to use Wolverine to take this down to 1. And now I've got 3. That will actually give me a second encounter card. Wow, that's really dangerous. All right, let's do it. So there's Forge and Telepathic Trickery. Okay, that would have been great to get. All right, so here's an encounter card for me. And then we're going to end the turn. This is going to go away. I'm going to stay exhausted. This will go up to 3. And here we go. Very, very nervous about this. Oops. I think I might end up losing Wolverine here, unfortunately. Maybe I should have pushed forward. All right, well, we're in it now. Okay, so Kang is going to attack. I'm going to add one of these. And that's 5. Okay. All right, 2 encounter cards. 1. Guard and Retaliate. Quick Strike. Her attacks gain piercing. Okay, there you go. Still alive. Okay, so I think I'm in much better shape than I thought. Okay, so I like the idea of heal him up, playing this for 4. That'll do 2, and then Wolverine can kill her. And then maybe I'll... I definitely need to take out Kang, otherwise I'm going to have to deal with this. Although I have this, but I don't have enough money to pay for it. Alternatively, I could play Forge, go get the X-Jet and use that to help pay for this. And then he could knock Kang out. Yeah, I think that's the thing to do. Let's play Forge. Although now I'll be able to ready Phoenix, so maybe that's not the thing to do. Yeah, because this isn't going to matter. Okay, let's do this. Ready her up. Go get the X-Jet. It was right on the bottom. But it might be save Wolverine. Okay. Now we're going to play these 2 to pay Cybo attack, which gains ranged. 4 damage gains ranged. Then we'll play Scimitar to do 2 here. And then I'm going to use Wolverine to knock her out. And then Forge is going to knock out Kang. Advance this scheme to stage 2 at the end of the phase. So I can't do anything now with that. So I'm going to flip, and I'm going to recover 3. So that's going to go to 4. I'm going to use White Hot Room to go up 2 more. It's going to bring me up to 6. And then next turn when I wake up, I'll be able to use White Hot Room again, and I'll basically be to full health. So getting the board state under control here. So 1, 2, oh, I actually get one of these counters. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I could have used Cerebro as well, but not really useful right now. Okay, at the end of the phase, we're going to go to stage 2. Okay, so we're losing that. And stage 2 is... I got a little... I thought I had things straight and orderly here. Oh, yes, it's not here. Okay, we've got... Kang reels back, but he saves himself by separating the heroes through time and space. Place 1 acceleration token here for each side scheme in play. Ah, that's a bummer. I forgot about that. That was really stupid. Okay, so we're going to get rid of that. Each player reveals a random stage 3 in turn order. Remove any unused stage 3 schemes from the game. Okay, so this is here. So it doesn't really matter. It doesn't, you know, but it will matter later, I guess. All right, so we've got these 4. Let's shuffle them up. I'll look straight ahead here, or up in the air maybe. Oops. And there it is. Inexorable Fate. When revealed, create your own game area and place this scheme in it. Add Kang, Iron Lad to the game area and deal yourself an encounter card. Game area, that seems very weird. Okay, so we've got Iron Lad. He has Retaliate and Toughness. And he's got 18 hit points. So I don't love him. I don't love the Retaliate, especially with Wolverine and having the being able to break through the toughness. So there's that. This comes in with 1, and it's going to go up to 2. Okay. He's going to scheme for 1, 2, 3. This actually should have been my encounter card. I don't really care about that because it's all random anyway. But I should have 2 encounter cards. Okay. Macrobots and Future Weapon. Okay, well that's not great. All right, let's see here. We got Future Weapon is attached to Kang, is +2 attack, overkill, and you're stunned if you take any damage. This is great. This is a good play right now, actually. Yeah, let's wait. Oh, we can go looking for an ally as well. He should heal 1. All right, let's go looking for an ally. Yeah. Colossus seems pretty good because this actually is not a piercing attack. So I think I'm going to go grab Colossus. He'll block the Future Weapon attack. All right. All right, I'm going to use White Hot Room to go up 2. Pretty good shape here. Flip up. Okay, so first things first. Let's play Beak. That's going to be 3 off of here. 3 threat. 2. Looking pretty good there. Definitely want to do these 2. But then I won't be able to play Colossus. Sorry, and actually before I do that, or maybe not. I forgot to use Utopia. Alternatively, I could do this. It would knock him, but I would like him to be able to absorb this attack, though. Let's back this up for a second. And we'll go back to 5. Let's back that up. Okay, so six. This is 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I could actually play both of them with these. I think we'll do this is a little tricky. I don't want to lose Wolverine. I'd rather have him around. So 2, 3, This will pay for these two. But I can pave the way. All right, let's use Forge to deal the damage here. Then we'll use Phoenix to knock out the Macrobats. I don't take the Retaliate because it's killing it. Okay, then we'll play Colossus. Right, that'll ready me up. He's got Tough. Then we'll play Beak, whose response will take 3 off of there. I'll hang on to this. Okay. So far, so good. Beak. Take this down to 1. He'll block the attack. Actually, you know what? I'm going to use Beak to knock the Tough. And the Retaliate will kill him. And then I'll do this for 3, just to try to get a little damage on him. We'll leave that alone. All right. I don't know if that was the best move or not, but I could just, I mean, there's like a trick where you can just not, I don't know why I just shuffled that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Probably going to do this. Maybe that. Yeah, I'm going to get Dark. I need Wolverine because I'm going to get Dark Phoenix on the last round, as well as having to fight Kang on the last round. So very challenging. Okay, this is going to go to 3. Okay. He's going to attack. I'm going to block with Colossus. Again, I'm checking to make sure that future weapon doesn't have piercing. He's going to lose this, and he's going to lose his Tough, and then here's my encounter card. Okay, speaking of toughness, and we've got the Death Hunt 9000. He is villainous and toughness. Okay, so he's going to heal 1. So Wolverine is going to use his piercing claws. That's why we've got him around for Dark Phoenix, for Kang proper, the last stage of Kang, and also for these guys. Okay, that's 3. This will be 6. Knock him out. Minions really are just kind of like little fodder, aren't they? We just get rid of them so quick. Okay, I could use telekinetic attack. 1, 2, 3. That would deal 11 damage. I think it might be a little safer. I could actually do these 4 and play Psylocke, just to be able to confuse and flip down. I think I got rid of Forge and that X-Jet, so there's not much building I'm going to use, but I think that's the way to go. I'm not going to trigger Cerebro. I'll be able to heal up too. Yeah, I think that's the thing to do. So let's get rid of these 4 to play Psylocke. She's going to come in with 2 counters. I want Wolverine to heal up a little more before we get into the final action here. This is still can activate. Scimitar can still do 2 damage from playing a Psionic card. Psylocke is going to activate. She'll end up taking a damage and a retaliate damage to do a damage and use one of these to confuse him. All right. Utopia would have readied her up. Do another damage to her to deal 3 to him, which is going to be down to 9. And did I flip up this round? 2, 3, 4. I don't believe I did. Yeah, because he would have. Yeah. Okay, so we're going to flip down. And use White Hot Room to go up 2. And I'm not going to bother using Cerebro right now, because I can't do anything else. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And here's my telekinetic shield, which is going to be great for the last round. Okay, this is going to go up to 4. He's going to lose his confused. And here's my encounter card. Guard retaliates. Sir Rastin. Okay, now I definitely want to use... he's going to heal up. Definitely going to use Cerebro. Maybe Cyclops is the right choice now. Because I can have a 4th ally. He's good at thwarting. He's a pretty good ally. I can't play... Okay, so let's take a look at this. I'm definitely... I think I used that already. I'm going to flip up. Now, I can't have Nick Fury because that'd be 4, but I can only have 4 X-Men. So pretty clearly that's a play. Same thing with Marrow, so I don't think I should play any of those. He has Retaliate, which I hate because that will knock Colossus out. I think this is a good play. Oh, I could do this actually. No, he has Guard, so that timing won't work. Cybo Attack would be good as well, though. I could play these 3 to play Cyclops. Give me a couple of power counters. This would... Really don't want to lose Wolverine. So maybe this is the better option. It's less... efficient. I could actually do it this way and use them to play Cyclops and then hang on to this for next turn. Yeah, I think that's pretty good. He's not hitting for a lot at the moment. Okay, so we're going to play Cybo Attack, which is going to deal 4 range damage, gets around his Retaliate, and then we're going to use Scimitar to polish him off. Okay, I'm going to keep in control of the board here. We're going to play, we're going to do 3 damage to him. It's going to knock me for 1 with the Retaliate. I'm going to play Cyclops. Let's put the X-Men in their little formation here. He's going to give me 2 counters on Phoenix Force, and it's going to ready me with Utopia. I think I can deal 2 here, so that's going to be 4. I do love these little counters. They make it so much nicer. Hang on to this for next turn. I could deal 3 damage as well and take 1 more damage. I'm not excited about taking the hits. I think that's pretty good for now. Well, is this a position I want to go into facing Kang, the next one? Now, let me just take a look. Telekinetic attack. I've got both my telekinetic attacks are in here. Both my telepathic trickeries are in here. I don't think I could deal out enough damage. 3, 6, 8, 9. Not really enough to take out either. I don't want to deal with Dark Phoenix and Kang at the same time. So I think, but I mean, does it really make a difference at this point? Because I'm going to need 2 turns. Although all my power cards are there, am I going to sit still for all this time? But I'm not going to use him to do it. I could use her, but that'll knock her out and I'll lose my other counter. Let me get this out. Yeah, I do think it's better to wait. Let's wait 1 more round. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Professor X, not the best at the moment, although he could ready up somebody like Colossus for a double hit. Not quite. Okay, let's see what we got. But also Wolverine might be okay. I should finish that thought. Wolverine could be reused if he heals another damage. Okay, that goes to 5. He's going to attack. Do I chump? I think I'm going to chump with Cyclops. Okay. And then that's going to remove 2 counters. Here's my counter card, Shield. Well, that's not great. Not great. So this could bring This would knock him. Oh, this would be blocked by this. I mean, essentially, I actually could play this, and that would trigger Scimitar. He should be one more healed. This is the tricky part of this particular scenario, is the fact that like you have to wait till the end of the round to, you know, bring the next piece in. So Professor X could act as a chump. Yeah, let's do it this way. 1, 2, 3. We'll bring in Professor X, but before we do that, surely we would at least just take this down to 4 for no real reason. And when he comes into play, we'll ready up with Utopia. I'll attack here. It'll block and deal a damage to me, which is really 2 damage because of the retaliate. But before, actually, well, either way I do it, I can trigger this. So I can trigger this off of Professor X and then do this to knock him out. Okay, which I won't trigger the retaliate. Okay, this doesn't matter anymore, although I can still block with him. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, I can still block Kang or Dark Phoenix. Okay, so now when I go to here, I get rid of these 2, and I bring in the last Expert Kang. I had all this set up until I had to go get the other Kang. Okay. Reveal Kang 3 and add him to the game area. Reveal each face down Kang's Dominion under this stage. Okay, so I didn't even put out Kang's Dominion. So, it doesn't matter. I don't remember where this came from, though. But we're keeping it, I guess. Kang the Conqueror Toughness. And he's got 25 hit points. So here's 25. And each player searches the encounter deck discard pile set aside area for their nemesis minion and puts it into play engaged with them. You know, it just struck me now that I do have, okay. I'm like, did I put the expert in here? Because I haven't seen any of those cards. Okay, this is off. For my nemesis, here's Dark Phoenix. Whoops. Oh, I think I didn't reveal her. Did I kill her already? Where is Dark Phoenix? Okay, couldn't find Dark Phoenix for a second because I just played 3 games in a row and I forgot she was in the last deck that we played. So she's going to come in. She's got toughness. And now we are in a trickier situation. This is going to go ahead and get 2. All right, so when Kang attacks you, you place 1 on threat on the main scheme where he gets +2 for this attack. So he's going to he's hitting for 5, which is why I wanted the telekinetic shield. But we're just going to take it with Professor X here. So he's attacking for Professor X. Give Kang a tough status card. Joke's on you, he's already got one. And then we've got Dark Phoenix hitting for 2 plus a villainous plus a boost. Do we chump with Psylocke? I don't know if we're going to flip down again. Cerebro isn't going to really help us, so I think maybe we chump with Psylocke. Thing is, she's got 2 attack. She's very easily could get a boost of 2. which would trigger Rise from the Ashes, and I'd rather use that on a Kang attack, although I could block. I think that's what I should do, especially since, no, I can't really ready, but I could put some damage on her. I think it's probably worth, I don't think I'm going to be able to chew through him before she's dead, so I think I got to kill her. Okay, so let's block 2, 4, so that's going to bring down to 2. I guess I am going to be into Alter Ego or I will die. Very likely I could die. Okay, now the next round starts, he loses this. I'm going to immediately use this, though. I'm going to get rid of Dark Phoenix as best as I can. So she's going to lose her toughness. I think I'm going to have to go all in on knocking her out now. That's 3, that's going to be 6. Cosmic Entity. This is actually a good opportunity to use Psychic Blast because she doesn't have guard. So I think I'm going to use Psylocke. She's going to attack, which is she's going to take this off, deal a damage, and spend this one to put a confuse on. I think I forgot that before, the extra damage there. Okay, so she's gone, but she's done her job. All right, so now I can play these 2 to play Psychic Blast, which is 4 damage to the villain. And then if you have the Unleash trait, which I do, it's 4 damage to everybody else. So this is going to bring this up to 10, right? And then I'm going to trigger Scimitar to knock out Dark Phoenix. There we go. That was a pretty good round. I can't play this, although I can jump down to Alter Ego, heal up, grab somebody with Cerebro. He's confused. The danger, however, is that I'm going to deck out. And if he is able to scheme, I will absolutely lose. Well, I've got 10. I'm going to get 2 encounter cards. So he'll lose the confused. I'm really nervous about that. I have the Rise from the Ashes if he gets an attack on me. I could chump as well. I think I'm going to stay up. That seems a bit crazy, especially since I'm going to deck out anyway. Yeah, I'm just really worried about getting schemed out on, especially since I have this, and I have enough blockers. I can't block the threat, but I can block the damage. So here we go, which is good because I can do both of those. Okay, so I'm going to get an encounter card. This is going to reshuffle. The other nice thing is that I could flip down and find a good ally to do the last bit of damage as well, if I had to. Next round. Okay. Or I can, no. Okay. That threat of that extra encounter card is really making me nervous. Okay, so 3, 4. I forgot about the accelerate too, so it was a good choice. We're going to lose the confused. Here's the first card. Discard an ally or support you control. Okay, so now this is kind of dangerous. Let's think about this for a moment. The White Hot Room is going to bring me back up to speed if I have to flip down and it goes a little longer, which it looks like it's going to, because that's 6, 9, and 7 is 16. I cannot knock him out. So the game is going to go a little longer, so I probably want to keep these 2 supports. I definitely want this for that extra ping damage. Utopia is very useful. I think I am going to get rid of Cerebro. Yeah, I don't want to, but I think that's the best one to get rid of. Okay. All right, next up, Surge, Exhaust Your Identity. I hate that card. So it surges into Energy Blast. One revealed hero Kang attacks you. Okay. I think now is the time to let my From the Ashes go. So Kang is going to attack. He's going to get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, which is going to knock me out. I'm going to come back from the Ashes, which is going to ready your identity, restore you to your printed hit value instead, and remove each counter from Phoenix Force. Okay, So I'm back up and fighting, and that actually helped me a little bit because then this exhaustion didn't hit me as hard as it could. So exhaust your identity card. So that was pretty good because now I'm ready to fight, right? So I can actually do 3 more damage. Okay, he's going to heal up 1. All right, so I think now I definitely can't do this. So I could play, I think it probably makes sense to do this and this. Alternatively, I could do the Psychic Assault, and that could give me the ability to confuse him and flip down. Although this will block an attack, this could just kill him outright, which might be the way to go. So right now I could muster, if I didn't do this, I could muster 3, 7, 9, and 6. 15 damage, and 3. That's 18, so I'd still be short 3. So I think I got to go 1 more turn. Now, if I play this, that means I can take an attack from him. If I play this, it means I can flip down. Although there's not as much reason to flip down because of this. This is all because I've lost Cerebro and because I'm at full health. Okay, so let's do this. We're going to do Sidebow Attack. That'll kill him. I'll trigger Scimitar, which will do 2 damage, bringing him down to 19. So let's do that. All right. Good. Now we're going to play this. That's going to keep me alive. Now the question is, well, let's use Wolverine to do 3 more. I think I should keep Colossus up just in case I get a double attack. So we'll do 3 more with her, which is going to bring this to 13. This is dangerous because it's going to go to 6. That's the other way I could lose. But I think I'm going to stop there. We're going to see what happens here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Angel's good. Psychic Blast is good. All right, let's see. Depends on what we'll play. Depends on what was going to come out here. Okay, so this is going to go to 6. This is the real danger point here. I think I might have been foolish to leave that. Kang is going to attack. I'm going to let it through because of Telekinetic Shield. Okay, it's 5, 6, 7. Telekinetic Shield goes. And here's my encounter card, which is going to be Anachronauts. Okay, so first of all, this is going to reshuffle. This is going to go to 2. We're going to get 3 here. When defeated, shuffle all the temporal cards into the encounter deck. Okay. So I might be able to do it now. 3, so he's going to heal up 1. All right, so can we do 13 damage? 3, 6, 9, 13. Yeah, we can absolutely do that. I don't know why I'm shuffling this since that's the case. I always like to get things tidied up. I say that, yet the last couple of games I haven't been able to do. Okay, so it doesn't really matter, I guess. So this is 6 damage, which would bring this down to 7. And this is 3 more. From 7 is 4. And then we'll play Angel. We'll ready up. Yeah. And we'll do, actually I guess we could get that down a little bit. Doesn't really matter. And then do Psychic Blast, 4 damage to the villain. Could trigger that as well. Okay, well, that was pretty good. That was pretty good. I had 3 good games. It's a few hairy moments here and there. This deck is very good and it's very fun. I think she's such a fun hero to play. I love the decision, so many decision points. This White Hot Room doesn't seem that great, but it's really useful because you flip down 1 turn. You don't even have to worry about recovering, because she really gets that back. The decision point of when to push through and go to Unleashed. All your cards are a lot more potent. Of course, the X-Men support is bonkersly good. Yeah, I don't think there was too many hairy moments in that game. You can get really punished, especially in the early game, if he's allowed to scheme or whatever. It's always like that's one of the things I don't like about this game solo, is that like one advance can kind of just ruin you and end the game pretty quickly. So yeah, that was interesting. It was a pretty good give and take, not punishing, not easy. I think all 3 games were quite enjoyable. I wish, however, the initial one, the risky business, I wish we had been able to get more of those, these other minions from the Sinister Six, or the Sinister whatever, Sinister Assault. So that was maybe a little easier than it should have been. But hopefully you enjoyed watching this playthrough. I'm going to be doing 2 more with a couple other decks, and thank you for Daring Lime for posting this deck. Really an interesting, really super fun deck, taking advantage of a lot of those fun psychic supports. Well, thanks for joining me. For now, I gotta roll.